Yo, what is up, guys? It's Cross, and in this video, I'm actually very excited to make it. I will be reviewing the Razer Viper V2 Pro gaming mouse. Just recently, I put out a poll on my YouTube community section, and I asked you guys, I basically gave a list of mice that I was looking to buy, and I said that I'll purchase and review whatever mouse you guys get the most votes on. And over 55% of you guys actually voted for the Razer Viper V2 Pro. So I buy by the people, and I bought it, and it came actually the same day that I ordered it. Amazon is the GOAT for sure. But yeah, I'm actually super excited to be reviewing this mouse. I was in the market for a new mouse and wanted to give this one a try. I strongly do believe that this might be the best gaming mouse on the market right now, just specs-wise. But this is just going to basically be a little unboxing, and you know, I don't really have any preparations for this video. I'm just gonna kind of give my initial thoughts. And in the coming days, I'll probably make a review video for Fortnite, but for now, this is just going to be a little unboxing and initial thoughts video. So yeah, I'm going to get this box open, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, boys, now that I cut the tape off the sides, we could have this satisfying little box release here. Slow release. Alright, and here is the mouse. Look at that. So honestly, the packaging is super simple. This is probably the most simplistic packaging I've seen out of any mouse. You just lift up the top of the box, it just kind of sits there, no wires seen or anything. Let's see a first initial grab of the mouse. Obviously, there's still some film on the bottom there, but this mouse feels very nice in hand. Let me actually get out my Tens Final mouse here, and I'll kind of compare with you guys before we get into the other stuff. So these are my three gaming mice that I have. Obviously, the Logitech G Pro Superlight, Tens Final mouse, and now the Razer Viper V2 Pro. But these are obviously three insane mice. And one of my YouTube comments actually brought up that the shape of the Viper V2 Pro is very similar to the Tens Final mouse. And I kind of have to agree. They both have kind of a small hump, as you guys can see. It's not very elongated at the top or the back or anything. It's just kind of a kind of a relaxed short hump, whereas on the GPX it kind of has a taller hump going across the backside. So yeah, definitely interesting there. But I definitely like the feeling of this. And straight off the bat, the clicks feel absolutely amazing. Much better than the Tens, or even, I would say, this GPX, just feeling it. It feels much more controlled. Here, I'll kind of put it up to the mic so you guys can hear. And then here's the side buttons. And back to the regular buttons. So yeah, obviously, these the switches in here are actually the Razer optical mouse switches, Gen 3. So they are the Generation 3 mouse switches in this mouse. That's why it's kind of has those optical switches in there. So it's going to sound more thocky, more controlled. And it's definitely, I really like this feeling of these clicks. I'm actually very excited. So let's take the film off the bottom here. Cool there. And as you guys could probably see, I actually did get a new camera angle. I'm trying something out for this video. I'm now realizing that it is kind of not the best angle to show these mice, as you guys are probably getting a top-down view instead of a side view to see, obviously, the shell of the mice. But we're going to stick with it for the sake of this video. Maybe for the other videos, I'll kind of switch it up. But for now, we'll stick with it. It's nothing crazy. We're just kind of chilling, making a chill video here. But here's the bottom. We can show you guys the skates on the bottom there. Nothing crazy. A little bit similar to that of the Tens Final mouse there, and much different from the GPX. The GPX definitely has the big foot at the front, and then kind of like that weird crescent moon foot at the back. Whereas this one has the little crescent moon and then 2 feet up here. And let's feel it against my mouse pad, just with the stock feet, of course. Obviously, you're going to have to break it in a little bit. Just like shoes, you're going to have to break in your mouse. but this feels nice, especially in hand. This actually lines up with my hand perfectly, and I actually do play kind of a mixture of palm grip and claw grip. So I kind of palm it, but then I have my hands, as you guys can see, I have my hands kind of clawing the mouse instead of just kind of relaxing it. I kind of claw it a little bit, but I'm still palming it. It's a little weird. It's kind of a hybrid grip there. But that is what feels comfortable for me, especially in games like Fortnite. But this feels very, very nice in hand. Let's get back over to the box here and see what else is inside. Let's open this up. So obviously we have this little tray for the mouse to set in. And then we have this little booklet thing. Let's see. We can lift this up. Let's see what comes out of here. All right. So obviously there's like a little thank you for choosing Razer card. Protect your gear today. Just kind of a thank you card there. And here is our, looks like it is, okay, perfect. It is USB Type-C cable there for you guys. I know it's a little hard to see with this camera angle, but it is USB Type-C. And the cable looks absolutely amazing. And this is obviously the charging cable for the mouse. And I love that mice are going more towards that, what do you call it? The USB Type-C cables instead of, you know, the USB Type A. Those cables are absolutely horrible. So I'm very happy that they're using these adapters instead of the other ones. And so is Apple. Apple's actually changing all their devices to go USB-C, just so it's more convenient for all devices, technology-wise. So I'm very happy in the direction they're going. We'll take this little cover off, and yeah, we'll get this plugged in soon. Then we have this little pamphlet that says Razer Viper V2 Pro. We can open it up, and it's probably like a setup guide. Obviously, it's talking about Razer Synapse and just kind of showing what's inside about your mouse, and obviously showing the low power indicator and all that. I already know everything about this mouse because I did a lot of research on it already. But if you guys are very interested, that is in that box as well. And, ooh, this is actually very exciting. I did not know it comes with grips, so this is very cool. Looks like the package came with some pretty cool grips here. So I might try those out on this mouse. I'm not really a fan of mouse grips. The only grip that I've ever really used is I have one grip on the right side of my Tens Final mouse, and that's because it gives it more width, because the Tens Final mouse is super, super skinny mouse-wise, so I wanted to add some width on that right side. But if I put it on my left, the mouse side buttons don't come out enough, so that it kind of blocks these side buttons, so I definitely did not want it on that left side there. But I've only put it on the right side, and it definitely made it much better. But I don't know if I'm going to keep it on here. I'll try it out. And obviously, in a future video, I'll tell you guys if I liked it or not. But for now, we will keep them off. Stick them in my drawer. And let's take a look. I believe... Okay, so this is our, I believe, the 2.4 gigahertz adapter. So that is our wireless adapter we got here. Nice there. And I believe Razer does sell a 4K hertz polling rate dongle that you can buy on their website. I believe they're sold out right now, but you can get a 4K hertz dongle. I couldn't get one, obviously, but maybe if I really like this mouse, I might get one in the future for it. But for now, I don't think 4K hertz is really going to change your gameplay dramatically, but, you know, it obviously might as mice are starting to get very similar shapes and sizes. Those small changes might actually end up influencing your gameplay in the future. You never know. But yeah, so this is the little dongle here, and obviously I will get this all set up. And that is everything that comes in that box. So it's pretty simple. I really like the way that Razer packed this. It's very convenient, very, very small and everything there. So I'll probably cut this video here and just hop right into Fortnite and give my initial thoughts on how this mouse feels. All right, boys, we are officially in-game. We're just playing some Tilted Zone Wars. I'm just going to be quiet, play the game, and I'll give my thoughts at the end of a few rounds of this and kind of tell you guys my initial thoughts when using this keyboard. pretty clean. All right, boys, so after playing a few rounds of Tilted Zone Wars and just kind of getting a comfort level with this mouse, out of 10, giving an initial rating out of 10, I would give it a solid, like, 8.5. And I'll tell you guys, like, some of my pros and cons right now. Starting with some of the cons, I noticed that the scroll wheel is not as smooth, and that just might be because it isn't broken in yet. But the scroll wheel feels very static and doesn't really feel like it can be easily maneuvered. You really have to pull it down in order to, like, use it. And obviously, I reset my builds using that. So, you know, scrolling down obviously was a little bit of an issue in my game that I just played. The side buttons feel absolutely phenomenal. The feet were also kind of a little bit of a con. The mouse feet, just the stock feet at least. The stock mouse feet felt a little bit rough on my mouse pad. It just kind of obviously felt just a little bit rough on the bottom, and there is an easy fix. Obviously, you could buy some hyper glides for the bottom there or some super glides, but just coming out stock, if you guys typically use stock mouse feet, which I do, I did notice that it's a little bit rough, and obviously it does take a little bit of time. You're going to have to use the mouse over and over again, so it gets kind of used to the mouse pad, just like you're breaking in a shoe. But those are just kind of my initial thoughts. But onto some of the pros. The shape of the mouse is probably the best shape I've ever felt out of a mouse. Super, super comfortable out of my hand, and I felt, you know, perfectly comfortable playing a match at a high level 30 seconds after opening it out of the box. Like, it seriously felt great. The side buttons felt amazing. The clicks are, like, out of this world. Compared to the GPX, I love how thocky the clicks are. It makes everything feel crispy, and, you know, it actually feels like you're really placing it, and it's solid. Super durable mouse. There's no bending whatsoever, no creaking by squeezing it. And yeah, obviously there's great things about this mouse, plus the USB-C charging port there. But mostly good things to say about this mouse. Obviously, the biggest problem just being that scroll wheel being a little bit of an issue, but it's not that big of an issue if you can just practice and get used to it. But yeah, that is my initial thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for some future videos with this mouse. I'm going to be doing maybe like a month later video, seeing how I like this mouse. I'm going to keep using this. Stay tuned for some YouTube streams. I'll be live every weekend. Obviously, I'll be using this mouse for the next couple of weekends. If I like it, it might even turn out to be my main mouse. So yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned for more videos, and peace.